Hello, welcome back. So under Unit 2, Session 3 of this course, we'll be looking at the cytoskeleton. At the end of this session, you should be able to identify the three protein fibers that makes up the cytoskeleton and also state functions of the three proteins and also name the cellular structure that forms cilia and flagella, and then describe a microfilament, and also identify two protein compounds found in microfilaments, and finally distinguish between microtubules and microfilaments. So the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells is composed of network of protein fibers referred to as the cytoskeleton, and this cytoskeleton function to provide mechanical support to the cell and help to maintain the shape of the cell. They also provide anchorage for many organelles and enzyme molecules found in the cytoplasm. And this cytoskeleton also serves as tracks along which vesicles and other organelles travel to their destination. The cytoskeleton is also involved in the regulation of biochemical activities that occur in the cell. So when there is change in position of a cell or movement of a cell, there is an interaction between the cytoskeleton and motor proteins found in the cytoplasm of the cell. So the movement or circulation of materials within the cytoplasm of a cell is referred to as cytoplasmic streaming. And so the cytoskeleton is able to take up force that is exerted by an external molecule, and it could be transmitted into the cell by this cytoskeleton. So three main types of molecular structures constitute the cytoskeleton, and these are the microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments. First of all, let's have a detailed look at microtubules. The microtubules are the thickest part of the three types of the proteins that makes up the cytoskeleton, and they are hollow rods or tubes, and their walls are made up of globular proteins referred to as tubulin. And because of that, these microtubules are sometimes referred to as tubulin polymers, and they exist in a dimer form because they consist of two slightly different polypeptide units, that's alpha tubulin and beta tubulin, where they may occur singly or in bundles. The microtubules are numerous in the cytoplasm, and they can be broken down and assembled, and that is one key property of microtubules. They can easily be broken down and also reassembled. In animal cells, microtubules grow out of the centrosome, and this centrosome is a region located close to the nucleus. So within the centrosomes, we have the centrioles, and these centrioles are made up of 9 sets of triplet microtubules that is arranged in a ring form. And so these microtubules makes up a centriole. So the centrioles and microtubules are known to be responsible for the formation of cell cilia and flagella. And the microtubules are protected in an extension of the plasma membrane. We have established the fact that microtubules are responsible in the formation of cilia and flagella in cells. So some plants, algae, and animal cells have flagella, and the lining of fallopian tubes and trachea also have cilia. And the function of these flagella and cilia is for movement of cells, and the energy that is required for this movement is provided by ATP. Let's look at some of the functions of microtubules. The microtubules helps in maintaining cell shape and provide support to the cell. They also serve as tracks along which organelles equipped with motor proteins move, and they also guide secretory vesicles from Golgi apparatus to the plasma membrane. And finally, they separate chromosomes during cell division. The second protein fiber that makes up the cytoskeleton is the microfilament. The microfilament is also referred to as actin filament. This is because they are built from a type of globular protein called actin. And these microfilaments are smaller in diameter than the microtubules, and they are solid non-tubular rods. And also, each microfilament is twisted double chain of actin subunits occurring as linear filaments, and they can form structural networks. And so the structural function of the microfilament is to bear tension that is against compression resistance by microtubules. And they also work together with myosin to produce muscular contraction. An example is in amoeboid movement, and this is brought by an interaction between actin and myosin to form actin-myosin interaction that helps to produce cytoplasmic streaming. The third protein fiber that makes up the cytoskeleton is the intermediate filament. The intermediate filament their diameter lies between that of the microtubules and microfilaments, and their composition and diameter varies. They are made up of protein family, which include the keratin, and the function of the intermediate filament is similar to that of microfilament in that they are specialized for bearing tension, and that is the tension as against compression resistance by microtubules. The intermediate filament also helps to reinforce the shape of a cell and also fix the position of certain organelles. And also, these microfilaments, their network persists even after the death of a cell. An example is the outer layer of our skin, which consists of dead cells, and they are full of keratin proteins. This brings us to the end of session 3 under unit 2. And under this session, we learned about the cytoskeleton, and also we got to know the cytoskeletal element or the protein fibers that makes up the cytoskeleton, that is microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments. And we also studied the structure and function of these skeletal elements.